into my creativity. I remember when I was, wow, that may just age me. Well, anyway, I was in my 20s. And at that time, my life was going really crazy. I didn't know, I knew what I thought I wanted, but I didn't know how to get to where I was supposed to go. I didn't know which road was going to lead me to my success. And so I recall being invited to a tea room modeling. It was a tea room modeling luncheon that I went with a group of people, and I'm sitting at the table, and the ladies are modeling. They're coming out in negligees and different other outfits, and I'm sitting with this other couple, and I think there were 4 of us at the table. And the one gentleman said to me, his name was Ray, and he says, he called me Birdie. You might be able to. He called me Birdie. He says, Birdie, what do you want in life? I said, I don't know. He said, have you ever thought about modeling? I said, me? Model? Are you kidding? No. He says, why? I said, honestly, before I even knew it, I said, because I don't look like a model. Look at those pretty girls over there. I don't look like a model. There's nothing about me that's my... He said, see, someone told you when you were little that you were ugly. Wow. And I looked at him. He said, when you grew up, many people must have saw you as an ugly child. And that's why today it has been instilled in you that you're ugly and too ugly to be a model. Let me tell you the story about this elephant, and this elephant that was in the zoo. And when he was real small, the baby elephant, they had put a rope around the elephant's foot to sustain him and to keep him. And he knew it was kind of tight then. He stayed in that place. He never moved. 10, 15 years later, they have another rope around that elephant, and you know how big they are and how much they weigh. They've got this rope around him, which means he could just walk away and pull that thing right up out of the ground. And so, but the curiosity of the gentleman who saw it, many people saw it, but they never paid attention. But this one gentleman said to the owner, why is it that that elephant never moves from this place? And that rope that's around his leg, all he has to do is step, and he's gone. So the gentleman told him, he said, when he was a baby, we put the rope around his leg and restrained him. Through the years, it stayed there and it restrained him. Today, 10, 15 years later, he's conditioned to be restrained.
Yes, good word. Good word.
And that's what happened to most people. I became conditioned to be restrained from my potential. I was restrained from being whom God said that I could be. And that is one of the reasons why I'm saying to you, tell people, ask people, what do you want from me? Yeah. Because God said that I have a plan for you. That's right. Jeremiah 20:11, I have a plan for you. And I had it even before you were born in your mother's womb. It doesn't matter what people do. It doesn't matter what people think about you. They have no idea what the internal purpose of your life is, what God has done for you, what he's going to continue to do, how he's going to bless you. And I want to talk to the audience. Think about that elephant, how he was restrained as a child elephant. And as he got older, he couldn't do anything because he was conditioned. And I want to say this to you. Most of you are conditioned. That's why you've been conditioned to keep your mouth shut. And conditioned to say, don't fight. You don't ask me questions. You've been conditioned by others who've controlled you and told you you're this and you're that. And so you just back up and you won't say anything. And so you go through life miserable. There are many people who have ended their lives because they're not satisfied with what has happened to them. Not bold enough to say, what do you want from me? Not bold enough to ask, if there's something that you want from me, tell me. Or you and I really have no reason being here together. Again, your existence in my life is very critical to my existence. So if I open that door and I let you in, the very first thing I'm going to ask you is, what do you want from me? That's good. Be honest, be truthful, because if I pick up anything less than that, my question is going to be, why are you here? That's good. And you need to tell me why you are here. You cannot come into my life to destroy my life. I have too much going. God has too much for me, and he has too much for you. It's time that we begin to wake up from the dead sleep that we're in, because we've allowed so many people to manipulate us and deceive us and to cheat us and to treat us any kind of way, preying on us like a lion would prey on an animal that he wants to eat, prey on us to destroy us and to make us feel less than. It is time that you stand up and be bold and ask that same person that's trying to tear you down, what do you really want from me? What is it that I can do for you to make your life better? Because either I'm in it or I'm out of it. Because either way, God gave me two legs to walk by myself. I could walk in or I could walk out. And we need to get to that place of understanding how much God really does love us. God cares about us.
Yes, he does.
And I want you to care about you. He gave you that sense. He gave you so much about you. If you look in the mirror, you should be able to say, I'm handsome.
Yes.
I'm beautiful.
Yes.
That's right.
Nobody can take that from me, even though it may just be a reflection. I like that reflection.
Right.
I like what I see. I like what God has done for me. And there's nothing wrong with me. But many people would say there's something wrong with. I'm not saying that there aren't people that really need teaching and training. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what's going on in here. That you are examining you. You are checking you out. You are evaluating you according to the word of God, not according to what men say.
Right.
We do not allow anybody to dictate our existence. The problem is this. We don't feel good about ourselves unless we think we have to be emotionally connected to somebody else. Let me say that again. We don't feel good about ourselves unless we think we have to be emotionally connected to someone else. That means I got to have your approval. Do I look okay? Did I do this right? Let me say it one more time. We don't feel good about ourselves unless we think we have to be emotionally connected to someone else.
Wow.
We do not need to be emotionally connected to anybody. But our problem is this is what happens in life, and we never break that and build